Disclaimer, the comments made in this video are intended for entertainment purposes only and are not intended to offend anyone.
I made this engine right here that uses only fish to power a boat. Put them in a comfy harness, I just clipped them in. And there you go, fish-powered boat.
Or you could just use a paddle and let the fish swim free.
Or maybe you could just shut the
There's no pleasing a wokey. Hello and welcome to another video. Today we just poked the left beehive. Don't forget to leave a like or you might get stung.
Not to trigger you guys again, but with the 11-year-old thing.
Oh my god.
I had my first job when I was 11 years old. Some people tell me it doesn't count because it was a but
Okay, I don't think we should talk about this topic.
I don't want to talk about
That's
that.
you guys are haters.
No,
I think it's
definitely
like
not
wait,
haters.
hold on.
Definitely not a hater.
Perfectly
On that
social.
topic, definitely not a hater.
Haters.
Hold on.
Haters.
Stop. I think it's perfectly socially acceptable to be like, I think 11 years old is too young to be, even if it's like the same age, too young to be like having or doing anything sexual.
Let's talk about now, because the consensual 11-year-old exploring of each other is too much for everyone to handle.
Bro, you're 25. I don't think that's consensual.
You're saying some crazy shit right now.
That's not even you. That's what's bothering me.
Stop.
Bro, you're being goofy, man. Do you think people believe that? I'm just saying.
Believe what?
Whatever, just go on.
Cool. We don't want to talk about your situation when you were 11.
I don't know what's worse, the joke or her voice.
All the Republicans right now are like, yeah, make them pay back their student loans. Like, tuition used to be free before people of color started attending college. So when black people started attending college, that's when tuition became a thing. And tuition also used to be under $1,000, and it is $32,000 to go out of state anywhere and about $17,000 a year to go in state. So you guys are just like saying things out of your ass because you never went to school and don't have an education. And like, you're okay with cops and firefighters and them getting school, but your lawyers, your healthcare providers, nope. They have to pay over $1 million of student loan debt back. So you guys just talk out of your ass when America was built on racism. Tuition was never a thing, but because people of color, God forbid they get an education, that's when tuition started. So keep talking out your...
Wait, did you guys get student loans without ever intending to pay back? I mean, you know loans are to be refunded, right?
The reason that like a billion children have died, not actually
a billion. Who do you think kills more people? People with Hitler did kill a lot of people.
Hitler did kill a lot of people.
Hitler was an advocate of the Jews doing this to their children.
I think Hitler went beyond just abortion. I think he was racist.
Hitler liked to come up with a reason not to recognize human rights and equality, and he wanted to say one particular set of human beings could be murdered.
Hitler is not exactly fair, as he did have some...
I didn't. That guy just brought up Hitler for whatever reason.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's
so that is not fair to my argument whatsoever.
No, your argument is whenever I said, do you believe in human rights? And you said yes, and I said, well, then you must be for abolishing abortion if abortion is the right to terminate a human's life. And then you said, no. No, you didn't go in circles because you didn't even go anywhere.
Hitler is so popular with the wokies nowadays. You can't have a single conversation without them bringing it up.
You feel comfortable with me using a, female toilet?
Oh my god, of course.
But does that depend on me having had surgery?
No.
What would you say? I don't want to dwell on this for too long, but what would you say to those people who would have an issue sharing room with me?
Oh my goodness. Say, that's another human being. How can you... I understand fearing what you don't know. I understand kind of being like, oh, I don't really understand about this and I've never met someone, but go and speak. Go learn, go speak. Go look into the whites of someone's eyes that's had this experience and tell me after you've done that you do not see or feel their humanity or understand their story, or that like there's any part of you that feels that it's okay to make that person not feel included. It's making people feel not included, I think, it's just such a painful, awful thing to do.
Said a whole lot of nothing for a whole lot of seconds.
Here are some reasons why you should be dating trans women. We don't have any periods, which means no hormonal moments when we're super moody. and no need to have gaps in the month when we don't get naughty. Also, that means no pregnancy scares, which is great, which also means no need to use protection, if you know what I mean. We more than likely have a few similar interests, as we are still in touch with our masculine side, which will never go away. For example, I love video games, and I love sports. I love playing basketball, I love watching football, and that will never ever leave me. So if you want a sporty girl who's into the same things as you, who you can play video games with, look no further. This one's quite controversial, but we are great drivers. We know how to drive a car. You know what they say, women drivers. And last but not least, we will never ever be close-minded, because we've been through such a lot ourselves that being close-minded is not an option. So most trans women are open-minded, kind queens who you can tell just about anything to and it won't faze them. Mwah.
I don't think this is as great an ad you hoped it would be. No wonder women don't like you and men don't want you.
This is what misgendering looks like. I want to show you the power of giving or withholding an aspect of someone's identity from them. This is not me being selfish or too sensitive. This is not me expecting too much from those who are closest to me. And no, I can't just get over it. The pain of being referred to as someone I am not is the worst pain I've ever felt. Not respecting someone's pronouns is an act of violence. Misgendering someone and reducing their experiences to being emotional or demanding is severely damaging. If you truly care about somebody, then show them. Love them in the way that they need to be loved. Because withholding someone's pronouns and saying you still care is like loving them with conditions. And love is not conditional.
I love how it's squinting to ensure the camera is still running.
Hey guys, Brittany here. I'm a mess. I'm not doing good at all today. I'm like really angry and splitting so much, and I'm just like, I want to go back to bed, but I have to work because there's some like money I need to make, and I have a horrible headache, and I just can't stop splitting. And if you're familiar with splitting, it's basically like getting angry at people and like not being able to control it and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know the exact definition of splitting, but I could tell I'm doing it right now. I also just realized I haven't taken my meds in like 2 days, so you know that could be contributing to this also. I'm just like, I literally don't know what to do. Anything I put on like music-wise to listen to, I'm literally sobbing. So yeah, I guess I'm just gonna listen to music and cry. So I'm a little more calm now, and basically like, I don't know, I just really caught myself splitting, and I even wrote out a really mean text, and then I deleted it because I'm like, no, I'm splitting. So my coping skills are literally just gonna be me listening to music and getting orders, because I have to make money. I can't just go home and sleep. So yeah.
I don't have the words right now.
I have talked about this before, but my vagina sealed. I'm a trans woman. I had bottom surgery and my vagina sealed. I require a revision surgery in order for me to have vaginal. I need to move out of the state to be able to get it done because this state won't pay for it. How did my vagina seal? Basically, you need to dilate in order for it to not seal, and I could not dilate. It was very painful for me. I also had a crisis, so that made it difficult for me to do that. It's a long story, but essentially I was just not in the right place physically or mentally to go through with it, and I ended up sealing.
Well, that must suck, but you know, you can do whatever you want with yourself.
Now you can
respond.
Black women cannot be racist to white women. Are you kidding me? Sorry?
That makes no sense.
Sorry?
Black women cannot be racist to white women. Do you not understand that?
Oh, yes, they can.
You don't have the intellectual
Oh, yes, they
capacity
can.
to understand that.
Oh, yes, they
But
can.
That's very much
and you've been
impossible.
racist to me.
That's very much
You've
impossible.
been racist to me, a white man, by saying I'm a race baiter. Yeah.
How am I racist to you? I'm black. I can't be racist to you.
You called me a race baiter with no evidence.
To me.
When have I been a race baiter?
You can be racist to me.
When have I been a race baiter?
But I'm a powerhouse.
Tell me when I've been a race baiter.
I'm a powerhouse.
Well, you may be a powerhouse.
Understand something.
You may be a powerhouse. You may be a powerhouse.
Okay.
When have I been a race baiter?
I want to admit that.
When have I been a race baiter?
Okay.
When have I been a race baiter?
Okay.
This is absurd.
No, hang on. Tell me,
Honey.
Blossom. Give me one example of me race baiting. Blossom, go.
I'm here at this point. I'm just here to talk about trans women in sports. I said what I said.
So you don't have anything, do you?
Repeat anything.
You called me a race.
We're supposed to believe and affirm the insanity that Blossom is a woman?
This is what happens when we tell people with a liberal arts degree that they are highly educated. Let's break it down Barney style for you, okay? Barron Trump was born on March 20th, 2006 to Donald J. Trump and Melania Trump. His father, Donald J. Trump, was born in the United States, making him a naturalized United States citizen, which then in turn makes his children naturalized born citizens. But let's say we throw Donald Trump out of the picture and we just focus on Melania Trump. So Melania gained her green card in 2001, which gave her lawful residence in the United States. And then by 2006, she had become a naturalized United States citizen. So both of his parents are United States citizens. Does that make sense now why he's a US citizen? When exactly do we get to stop calling the left the educated party? This was fun. Have a day.
She said she was asking for a friend. Well, tell your friend that she's got to be dead in the brain if this is actually a question.
One way black people achieve true liberation, that's by taking it in blood. There has to be blood all over the floor. There has to be bodies on the floor. There has to be people screaming and crying. That is the reality. And this is what history shows me. No amount of begging, no amount of complaining, no amount of protesting, nada is going to get you your liberation until you take it with blood. You see? So this is why I sit back and I don't play along with any of these black people talking about it's a spiritual war and this, that, because when those cops are going into our neighborhoods and shooting our babies, that's a physical thing. You see, y'all so worried about the spiritual world, but you're not worrying about the world that's right in your face. When we're getting thrown in prison, that's a physical thing, right? Address the physical. You see? This is why I say don't hit my phone until y'all ready to do what y'all know we got to do. When y'all ready to go outside and hunt them white boys, hunt them cops, go to that white boy's neighborhood and up. When y'all ready to do what y'all know we gotta do, hit me. But until then, I'm not playing around with y'all because it's all of these excuses for why we don't want to do it. Why? Many of us are scared. You know what I mean? Many of us are complacent in our oppression. You know, many of us don't want to burn the relationships we have with white people, all of these things. So I'm going to sit back and do my thing. When y'all ready to go outside and take blood, hit me anytime. But you see, a lot of us are not ready to do that. But I'm trying to tell y'all, there is no freedom, there is no liberation for our people until there's blood on that floor, on that battlefield. And that's the truth we don't want to admit.
Yeah, BLM isn't violent whatsoever. It's about equality.
Hi, fellow white people. Black History Month is tomorrow. Let's not do anything to ruin it this year. Okay, my fellow milk crickets?
Dear God.
We're gonna be good this year. Yes, we are. And if we are, maybe you'll get a prize. But you have to be good. You can't ruin Black History Month this year, okay? Thank you, my babies. Bye.
I'm gonna ruin it even harder. I'm gonna ruin it so hard because of that video. I don't even know what I'm doing, but I'll freaking ruin it. But it seems like she has a lot of cats. My little milk crickets. Is that what I'm gonna call myself now? Hi, I'm Brad, I'm a milk. Another person said, self-loathing is the result of leftist indoctrination. Yeah, very true. These people hate themselves and are thrilled that they hate themselves. It's the oddest phenomenon.
I just know she's teaching elementary kids somehow. They always find their way into ruining education.
Trans ideology shouldn't be pushed on children.
You're a Hitler Youth.
I'm a Hitler Youth because I believe trans individuals shouldn't be pushed on children. I'm a Hitler Youth.
Yeah, you are a controlling narcissistic motherfucker.
Right.
You're trying to control me and you can't.
I think that there's been a bit of a hatred towards people like myself who hold quite, rational opinions which one would call common sense.
All right, by the way, I'm going to pick you up on that. You said rational opinions. Your opinions are not rational.
Well, there's two genders, or two sexes.
No, there's not two genders. You want a world where you're in control of everything.
No, I don't. I want a world where democracy thrives and where the people are at the heart.
You don't want democracy.
What is a woman? Can you define that?
Yes, I can.
What is a woman then?
A woman is somebody Who goes, I'm a woman?
Yeah, what is a woman? What are they defining themselves as?
A woman is a woman. Who goes, I'm a woman?
But what are they defining as? What is a woman?
When do you feel like you're a man?
Because I have a penis, I can't produce children.
Oh my God, I love meeting you because you're such a...
Is a woman?
A woman is a woman.
No, but what is a woman?
You'll never get it. Thank God no woman's with you.
He's wearing a Ukraine badge. I think we can assume where his head is at.
As someone that intermittent fasts between the hours of 12 and 4. So I started my day with a chicken patty. I did start a little late, around 2 p.m. It was really good, and I do love me some chicken patty. I also had some lemonade and a piece of lemon pound cake, and I did eat a lemon pound cake from Kroger. Now, speaking of Kroger, I did go today, and I tried their birthday cake pops for the first time. Actually really loved it. I'm a cake girl. Then I went home and I made some chicken wings. Now I am a blue cheese girly, and these wings came out so good. I did them in the air fryer. They're so crispy. Yes, so I did end up adding some lemon pepper to the buffalo. So I did buffalo and mango habanero. Those are the two flavors. I did also have a ginger lemon olipop. I'm actually really loving olipop these days. Intermittent fasting, I do try to get as much food as I can within that 4-hour window, but this is like my technically my second full day of doing this, so I'm still kind of getting to the hang of it, and my goal ultimately is to, develop better eating habits and a better relationship with food. But right now, it's basically just the food that I usually eat in one small time. After I did the wings, I did make some carbonara bulldog noodles with an egg, but I didn't really enjoy it much, so after that, I did actually make a bacon double cheeseburger. And I know you're probably thinking this is a lot of food, but you have to remember this is all condensed within a 4-hour eating window. I actually did end up going over my time. Like I said, I did start a little late, but then I'm also a big girl and I'm always eating a lot of food. I will say, if you are interested in intermittent fasting, I wouldn't recommend.
I want to be quite frank with y'all. This is absolutely insane.
So she's eating 15 meals in 4 hours. Give her a few months and she'd say she's never been able to lose weight. Her body is different. If you feed it like that, it's going to be different.
Man-made bodies a while, and saying man-made, women-made, whatever they made.
Hey, just so you know, I literally won red light, green light.
That'd be kind of funny. Like, okay, someone that's non-binary should make a big building, and they should put on the front, it's not man-made, it's not women-made, it's they-made. I would love that just to cause a store. Someone needs to do that, that non-binary person.
I know, just to make people mad. Like, couldn't you even see, like, what if they founded a giant company and they did an interview with Forbes and they said, so you're the founder, and they said, what? They said, do not call me a founder. And they'd say, like, I'm a founder.
So people actually tune into this stuff?
Putting your wife before the mother of your kids has to be the absolute lowest thing a man could ever do. How can you put a woman who can just become a nobody to you by signing a piece of paper over a woman who's attached to you for the rest of your life? The value of a baby mother is so much higher than a wife. And it's crazy that men don't understand that. And it's sad that a woman has to tell y'all how to be good men. And the fact that some of y'all might disagree with me on this one just proves that we are all failing as a society. It's really selfish to think that you're going to be put before a woman who bared a man's child. Y'all wives really need to know y'all place, and being number one is not it. I'm tired of y'all thinking that y'all come before the BNs. We were here before and we're going to be here after. And any female that doesn't agree with this is just a pick me. I know that sounds crazy as right? Yo, people on Facebook gotta chill. Ain't no way you feel like because you had a kid, you come before his wife.
Okay, she's reading a Facebook post. I got scared for a second. Women who think like this were never chosen to be wives, so they have to feed themselves this delusion. Whatever makes you sleep at night.
Por el agua.
They are displaying deaf people now. Of course they are.
Nobody, including Riley Gaines, who I disagree with strongly, should be
What do you disagree with, out of interest?
I think that it should be up to sporting bodies to make the decisions about who and how should compete.
What has she said that's actually wrong?
I think that what she has done is try to turn this. We talked about people, using things to kind of get likes and get clicks.
That's not what she's doing.
It's not?
I've got no truck for Riley Gaines personally, but all I've seen her do is stand up for women's rights to fairness and equality.
Well,
she actually competed against Leah Thomas, and it was obviously unfair. Leah Thomas won one of the races in the NCAA championships by 50 seconds against a bunch of biological females who simply couldn't keep up. That cannot be right. It cannot be fair.
That is something that I think our sporting bodies should be dealing with. And by the way, Riley is speaking up for herself, and that is her prerogative, and I respect her free speech.
I think she's speaking up for pretty much every female athlete in the world.
You tell her peers.
We are here. We are here. We are very happy to be here. Yes, indeed, dear one. Yes, we are here. Yes, we do have a message for you and your community in the world. There will be a shift that will happen on your planet. The frequencies of your world will shift dynamically. We implore you now, understand. You are in control of your individual experience, your individual frequency, your individual understanding for now. You can create what you desire for your future by merely existing in a frequency that is higher and better. Know that we are here to support you through this shift of humanity. Nothing's happening to you. It is for you and the betterment of humankind's experience on planet Earth. That was a lot.
Wow.
AC.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you know who that was, or?
That was the Great Council.
How many of them are there?
There's a large group of them. When I walk in to work with them, they're all sitting at a table. That's a visual that they give me, but don't know exactly the number. They are creator beings. They are very, 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 very powerful, loving beings. They really are trying to help us understand that we're in control of our experience.
Yeah, the Great Council of Light has a message for you guys. Get a notepad.
I'm noticing that y'all dragging me in one of my recent videos about me saying that I don't be telling these dudes that I'm a man till after the fact I knocked them down. And y'all in the comments saying, oh, baby, it's not that they don't know, baby, they don't care or whatever. They already know. Y'all trying to be funny and stuff like that. Like, baby, when I get done up, I wasn't done up in that video, but when I get done up, I'm real cute. I give real girl. But like, who do y'all think y'all are? Like, I don't have to tell you anything about me. Like, I am not required to tell these men what I got going on. You know what you here for, boy. You know why you here to see me. Why I gotta tell you that I'm a boy or this, that. I ain't gotta tell you a damn thing, bro. You know what we here for. We here for one thing and one thing only, and I'm gonna get that on my stove. I ain't gotta tell these dudes nothing. Y'all stay mad. Like, I give real girl. Y'all man be confused. I give real girl. No shade.
I'm sorry, did I walk into an audition for white girls? Well, that is a wrap. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget those buttons now. See you in the next one.